2072. What do I mean by that number? That's the number that I got on close for AMC's trading today. Now, if you go to other sources like Yahoo Finance or TradingView, you're getting figures around about 2066, but really I got 2072. It doesn't matter either way because what we know is AMC is obviously dropping throughout the day. I want to talk about that with you guys in the video. I want to talk about why, and I want to talk about what I'm expecting into the future. Now, of course, this is only my opinion, it's not financial advice, but if you do enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. Now, we're going to be diving straight into this one because I want to go on to discuss it immediately. We're going to come out here to the Yahoo Finance chart, and by the way, we're not going to be doing some in-depth technical analysis in this video, so do remember that we're just briefly looking at what we are seeing. So if you're expecting a very technical video, this is not the place for it. Now, when we come onto AMC, there are a few technical indicators that we are seeing. We're seeing the RSI now drop incredibly low. And coming out to the actual candlesticks on the 1 month, these 1 day candlesticks, each of these representative of 1 day, we're seeing one of the biggest drops that we have been seeing for a long time. This morning, I made a video just a few hours ago speaking about the price of $22 and how we had difficulty breaking above that. Now, I do still stand by what I said, but I had a lot of people in the comment section quite recently, because of the drop that we're seeing, a lot of people were laughing at the video saying, oh well, we can't break down to 22, but we are going to break down to 5. And I think that is unlikely. We're not going to 0, and I don't think that is what this represents, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. But I do think we could or should be expecting a little bit more pain going forwards into tomorrow and into the rest of next week as well. And I want to talk about why. Now, the first thing that I want to acknowledge before we do go on to look at the charts is going to be this data that we have from bar charts. So what am I talking about? If I can zoom out, I will show you guys. And we're going to do that right now. So come out here to what we're seeing on bar chart. We're going to have a look at the options for AMC. Now, these are the options which are expiring tomorrow. 1 day to expiration. Let's have a look at what we're seeing at these key prices. So 20, not too many would be in the money. 1.9k, not really relevant. But 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, especially 25, 26. A lot are going to be in the money there. So let's talk about what this means, right? 22 is where we were sat at only this morning. Now, 21 also, not far away from where we are right now, but really it's going to be in their best interest to keep this one below 24 by tomorrow, but really 22, 23, basically as low as they can get it. Because, have a look at these so far, options which are set to expire into tomorrow. We're going to be having a look at what they are. Now, 21 is going to give us 6,000 options, obviously significantly more than what we have at 20, but not too big. Coming down to 22, we get a 15k, plus the 6k, so about 21k roughly. And then if you come down here to 23, you've got to accommodate for all of these, so that's an extra 19k. Come down to 24, you get the picture, and come down to 25, that's 33k, plus all of the others. And they do not want to have these options come into the money. It's in their worst interest. So they're going to try to keep this one in a place where the options expire worthless or not worth anything really. And that's what they are apparently doing. Again, 22 is the nearest level where it is looking like we're going to have a lot of options. Same for 23. And it looks highly unlikely that these are going to expire in the money. So once again, options are looking highly manipulated in my opinion. That's just the way that I see it. Now come down to puts for those of you interested in these. Oh, well, would you have a look at that? Isn't that strange? We have puts down at 23. We're going to start off quite a few of those, not too significant, but yeah, quite a few. 22, a lot more, 22k, 22.6k. 21, coincidentally, 25,000. And same thing at 20, with an extra 26,000 almost, which would be in the money if we drop below 20. So you see how this is working. The calls, who are basically the bullish people, are going to be out of the money, whereas a lot more people who are bearish and buying puts, they're going to be in the money. I think that does scream to me, okay, a little bit dodgy in my opinion. That's just the way that I see it in my view, but I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, because as I said this morning, and once again I do still stand by it, and it is highlighted to me in this little bulletin here, US stocks finished lower with Nasdaq 2.5% skid pacing the decline. out to trading view again, if we can, we're going to get a quick view of what we're seeing across the broader markets. So SPX is dropping by 1.4, Nasdaq dropping by 2.5 as said, Dow dropping by 0.4. Now before we go any further into the AMC talk specifically, we're going to talk about these three. These are the major American indexes and they're all falling today. So what does this mean? When these fall, they usually drop by 0.5%, they can rise by 0.5%, 1% really maximum is what we would kind of expect. That's a stable rate. But really the wider markets are falling big now, because I know on a particular stock seeing these drop by 1-2%, it's not too big of a deal, but obviously the S&P, for example, it tracks a broad range of stocks, and for this to drop by about 2% almost, it shows that almost all of these are dropping, or at least remaining quite flat, showing an overall bearish market sentiment. So bring this back into AMC, and you'll see that we're not doing too bad in the wider markets. What I'm going to do quickly, whilst I am filming the video, I'm going to bring up my mobile phone, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm seeing on my trading app for how some other stocks are performing today for some wider context. So what we're seeing today is we're seeing all of the markets fall. I'm going to read out some big names which a lot of you guys are going to be knowing. We're seeing Virgin Galactic, which is falling by about 18%. We're seeing Snapchat fall. We're seeing Tesla down by 7%. We're seeing other stocks down as well. PayPal down by 3%. You guys get the picture. Everything is really falling. I cannot see one red stock on my screen on my phone right now. So AMC is not the exception. I feel like this one is kind of in line with the market. And once more, as I said earlier today, considering all of the manipulation that we are seeing with AMC specifically, I think it is doing quite well. But going forwards into Friday, I think it could be the fight for $20. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you guys, I'm not saying that to spread FUD, I'm saying that because I have said it for a long time, because I believe it could be true. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but it does mean that we do have to be mentally ready. Because I know a lot of people were a bit content in the price range of 22 as we have been for the past week, and that's completely fine, but in the back of my mind, as I have been saying in a lot of my videos, I think it was likely that we were going to slide below that, and I think even going forwards into tomorrow and the next week, it is possible that we could slide even further, possibly even below that key level, which is going to be at 20. Is that too big of a deal? Not really, in my opinion. And one thing that I have said before, and I know a lot of my viewers have said it as well, if this drops below 20, I'm going to be going in big. It's just my opinion, but that is what I'm going to be doing. Now, I do not recommend that you do that. I recommend that you follow your own strategy, but that's the way that I see it, and that is the way that I'm going to be operating. So I think, yeah, we should be expecting more drops. And the big thing here with AMC, it's a game of mental preparation. The price is only half of the story. That's because we know what's going on behind the scenes. It's easy for anybody to discover these days. So combine what we know as a known, combine what we're seeing on the price as what we are obviously seeing before our eyes, and ask yourself, are these things the same? Does the data stack up with what we are expecting based on the research that we have done? And again, if you're not comfortable to hold AMC, I do think it is up to you whether you sell or not. I'm not one of these people who thinks that everybody should hold, but I do think, in my opinion, this one is highly likely to go higher in the future. And a market crash, as we have seen with the Volkswagen short squeeze of 2008/9, the market crash can actually be the factor to send it up there. So Volkswagen saw that big decline from the initial high. Similar to what we've seen with AMC, it came down to the levels that it was at previously. So does that mean that AMC could come down to $8, $10 again? I'm not saying that it will, but it could. Now, if that does happen, I know a lot of people will be dissuaded, but that could actually be the factor that initially sends us on our way to those massive gains. Now, once more, that may sound bearish because I'm saying that AMC is likely to drop. I'm not saying it in a negative light. I'm just trying to cast some clarity basically on the fact that it is absolutely possible that AMC could be dropping in the future, and that is something that we should be prepared for. Again, I'm comfortable with that. I'm going to keep holding no matter what, because the way that I see it, guys, I am a quite young investor. I have the time to recover if this one does cause losses, but more importantly than that, if it does even go to zero, which I think is almost impossible, but let's say it goes to zero, the maximum that I stand to lose is 100%. But if this one goes to 100, 200, 300, I can make more than 100%. So from a risk to reward ratio, in my opinion, I think this isn't too bad. It's just a way that I personally see it. And once more, I am not a financial advisor, and I think that you guys should not follow anything that I say because I am not a professional. And again, this is a highly risky investment. So make sure you know what you're doing out there, guys. If you're looking to get into AMC, if you're in AMC, if you wish to continue holding, just make sure you're confident in your position. But of course, be cautious, like I said, and take care of yourself in life first. Make smart decisions, and you guys should be fine if you do the appropriate research. But I will be back with you guys probably later on, if not tomorrow, to make more content doing this research because we really do need to get the word out. And going back to that point, getting the word out, if you guys can, please do like, subscribe, and you will help us to share the content. But yes, I'll see you in our next video. So goodbye, until then, see you soon. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.